Happy Thursday, everybody. Hey, man, we got a lot going on. What do we got going on? Well, Avatar dropped yesterday, the trailer, and YouTubers across the board had their reactions blocked. That was nice. So we're going to talk about that, what we thought about it in general. We have Wakanda Forever. It's coming up. What do we think it's going to do box office-wise? What's the early buzz? All of that and more. We have a lot of TV stuff going on. I just started watching Dark. I can't get enough of it. I just can't get enough of it. Well, Roxy and I will have words about Severance. We have other things that we're going to talk about. She's got Roxy has her recommendations, and there's some other news going on out in the world. But that's it. That's the main stuff. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't been here before, well, why don't you subscribe? Help us out. Show a little. Get us to exactly where we need to be, please. And if you've been a part of it for a little bit and you want to help us out, and you want to get some good stuff, some fun stuff, head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/thebigthingshow. We've got a lot of fun rewatches over there, Q&As. It's been a lot of fun to get to know you guys a little bit more over there. So please join us. Join us over there if you will. And if you haven't gotten yourself a shirt, you can get a Big Thing shirt. You can get a Show Some Class shirt. You can get a Top Gun guy shirt.
The Top Gun guy?
You can get, yes, Mike.
The Top Gun guy?
Yes, Mike, the Top Gun guy. You can get that. Now, Brett's like, why is that so loud? Because apparently nobody can hear us, and everyone's been telling us to turn up the audio because they can't hear us. So let me know if the audio is better for you guys now. It's louder for us in the studio, but hopefully better for you guys. Anyway, Roxy's here, Brett is here, and we're going to talk about some stuff. So let's get into it. It is the big thing. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Thursday. Welcome back to Roxy. Welcome back to Brett. Welcome back to us. Like what I did there?
What would you do there?
I forget it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Roxy. Welcome back to Brett. Welcome back to us.
Yeah, see?
Oh, just that? Yeah, I did like it.
Yeah.
That was really good. It was really good.
Just fishing this morning, Roxy.
Yeah. Hey, we all need it sometimes.
That's right. I need it all the time. So besides taking Instagram videos that are going to break up marriages, what was your Halloween like?
Yeah, I really did the damn thing on that one. It was good. It was good. I went out all the nights, did all the things, went to all the parties, wore all the costumes, drank all the drinks.
Celine Dion was the answer, correct?
No.
Oh, it was Shakira?
No.
Oh, what was the answer? Shania Twain?
Dupa Lipa.
Oh, I got close. Dupa Lipa?
Yo, the amount of people who commented on my post, Dupa Lipa, Dupa Lipa.
Oh, no.
You got a lot of dupes?
I got a lot of dupes, man. A lot of dupes.
I love that you got. I love that Dupa Lipa is sticking.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna stick.
Yeah, Dupa Lipa is kind of a fun one to say.
I had a feeling about the dupes. Yeah. I had that feeling. What'd you do? What'd you dupes?
I duped nothing because these kids keep getting sick, Roxy. They keep getting sick. So I stayed home with the little one. We watched Charlie Brown's the what's it called? The Great Pumpkin, whatever it is, and then a couple other things. Gave her a shower, put her to sleep. The older one got to trick or treat, so that was fun. But she went as Black Widow.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, Brett, what'd you do?
A little tricky treaty.
A little treaty, just by yourself?
Yeah, just by myself. I'm going to. Once the kids are gone, I'm just going to go by myself. I mean, like, if they're at college, I'm going tricky treaty.
Well, we did the thing this year. I don't know what you guys do. I always used to shake my finger at the people that did this, but I definitely became the people that do it this year. We did because I had to stay home with
the bull outside.
Had to.
Yeah.
I had to do it because.
Did you do a sign that said "Take one, please"?
Yes.
Yep.
Had to do it because I was with the little one watching. I didn't want to keep getting up.
No.
And everything too. So I did it, and I would do the old man out the window looking if they were doing. And I heard these kids, these little bastard kids, like they're boys, and they must have been, I don't know, maybe a little too old to be trick or treating. And they're like, oh, yeah, nobody's around. And you can just hear them like animals going through. And I go out the window, I go, it says one. and then like scattering like cockroaches.
Our friends caught on their Ring camera. One kid came, loaded up. An hour later, came back, loaded up an hour, like 3 times.
Couldn't find any other houses?
Yeah,
to go
just
to?
was like, yeah, I'm going to go back there. Let's see if they're home.
They had better ones.
Would they have king size or something?
Something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's always, those people are assholes, though, too.
What, the
full-size
king size
candy bar people? Because it's like, hey, why don't maybe just pay more taxes? Fuck, showing off your wealth.
Yeah, you know what I want to do is just give away like boxes of cereal next year, like little boxes.
My dream is to have a huge batch of French fries, and I put a handful of French fries and ketchup in the bag.
Follow-up questions for both of you. What? Why do you want to give away cereal? Why are you trying to do ketchup,
you don't think people would want cereal?
No.
Why not? What about Sugar Pops? Do they still make Sugar Pops?
I don't. I think it's just called Pops.
Pops.
I think we've dropped the sugar.
Well, is there sugar
I
in
think we
it?
dropped the sugar in 1940.
Oh.
It's been called Pops for a long time.
Well, if I would time travel, I could have it. And speaking of time travel, how about this this Dark series? Listen, you talk about a series Blake's gonna like.
Dark.
The whole thing's in German.
Oh, let's do it.
The whole thing's in German. I'm mad at you.
You're wrong.
No, we're not talking about that yet. We'll talk
Okay.
about that later.
Okay.
I gotta hear this.
No, because Roxy is the queen of recommending shows that people should hear about, and
I
there's
know.
so many different shows that I will say that a ton of people were like, every time Roxy recommends something, it's like she knows what she's doing, she's watching it. Not once did Roxy mention this show, and this show is, if this show was not in German, it would be one of the biggest shows on television.
I hear it from everybody I trust about TV that it is the greatest. It's like 3 seasons deep. It's on Netflix
Yes.
and is a German show.
Yeah.
And I hear from everybody that this is the show. It's been on I have a list of shows I've watched this year, a list of current shows I need to watch, and then a list of shows I've never seen. It's like the number 1 on the list of shows I've never seen.
I need you to start watching it because I need to start talking about it with somebody on a show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why did he point at you?
Because he's here more.
I'm here.
Yeah, but you watch tons of stuff. You can watch it. I'd love to talk to you about it, but the audience has been telling me to watch this show forever, and because this, it's the time travel and all that.
You can watch it. You can watch it if you want.
What do you mean?
That's what you said to me.
You have time, Roxy. You can do it.
Yes, you can do it.
I
If you have the
believe-
time,
you should watch it despite.
if you can listen, if you can watch it by next week, so we can talk about it more. I'm 6
I
episodes
will
deep.
lap you.
I'll tell you right now that I like this show so much. I went to the dentist yesterday, and I was in the dentist chair, and they're like, and they said, well, you can watch something. I said, I know exactly what I want to watch. And I had, and as the woman's working on my teeth, I was watching Dark.
You're doing subtitles at the dentist?
Easy,
Yeah.
No.
way easier, because you
What
can't
happens-
hear it.
But when you close your eyes.
What?
I don't
I
know.
close my eyes. What the hell are you talking about?
You're going to dentist. You got to go like this.
No, but I have officially
When
turned
they
into,
hit a little
Yeah.
nerve when they're cleaning.
but I officially have turned into my dad. Speaking of the dentist, I'm walking by, and they had a kid at the front desk, and the kid they're just holding the little baby. So everyone's gawking over the little baby, and I'm walking into the room, and the main dentist, is walking towards the baby, and he walks right by me, and he says to the baby, he goes, "Oh, look at this little chunk." I go, "Hey, don't call me that." But I don't make eye contact with him. I don't say anything. I just go right to the chair. You might as well done the doom. Get to laugh, and I sat down. All right, and then I said, and you can always tell if you're vibing with the nurse. Was hilarious, right? She was funny, and she said, "Well, I should be done. It should take no more than 35 minutes." I said, "You must be very proud of yourself." She started laughing, right? And she's like, "Oh, we're almost done." I go, "Come on, wrap it up." And like that, but being able to watch Dark and being able to watch all this stuff, and I almost bit the lady's finger off, by the way. I tell you that.
Was it dark?
Not because of the dark, no, because I didn't realize that. I don't know what happened, but she goes, if you bite my finger off, it's going to cost you extra.
Were you Novocaine?
No, I wasn't. I don't know what was going on. And she's like, it's like, and she said, she's like, maybe in an alternate universe, you had enough money to pay for my finger. It's hilarious. But anyway, I was watching Dark, and this show is just so good. And for people who don't know, if you haven't watched it, and a lot of people have, and I even said it to Roxy yesterday, people have problems, or not problems, just a hard time with subtitles, right? A lot of people do.
And then we're looked at as stupid, and people are mean to us.
Well, that's silly. A lot of people can. My wife doesn't do it either.
It's not that I don't do it. It's number one, I'm partially dyslexic. It takes
Yeah.
me a really long time to read things, so I have to continue to fucking pause. Number two, I'm already blind as a bat, so I can't see it on my TV. They put it in the smallest fucking font possible.
Glasses.
Okay, well,
Yeah, you just do what
you get glasses.
But
well,
I
have
don't
glasses.
like it.
I don't even have my glasses with me.
It takes me out. I'm trying to watch something. If something's especially like visual or anything like that, me scaring down here,
Yeah.
I feel like I miss. It's a fine.
You got to
line
train
of-
yourself to how to do it. But
Yeah,
so
and
the
I
show.
cook dinner while I'm doing it too.
Do you know anything about the show?
No.
It has a Lost feel to it. It has Stranger Things feel to it. It really is. And it's very smart, right? So it's essentially there's these kids that start disappearing because of this. There's a cave. You know what? It's mysterious. You're trying to figure out what it is, and without giving too much away, there's like a time warp. And there's things happening, and it kind of jumps back and forth between. I think it starts in 2019. So between 2019 and 1986, and it goes back. And there's like a mystery that happened back in '86, and it coalesced with in 2019, and the acting is phenomenal. The characters they're flawed, which I really like. Like our main character is a guy. He's not. You'll like him, but you won't like him. You know what I mean? Like I can already see you saying like, well, he's kind of a scumbag, but you're still rooting for him because of what he's trying to discover. You know what I mean? So it's like there's so much, and there's a particular twist that happens in the show that I saw coming, but I think they want you to see it coming. So it's really it's really good. I don't care. I couldn't even tell you if there are subtitles because I'm so locked into it, and it is one of the best things I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, I definitely have to get on this. I mean, I feel like this is going to be people commenting on this video. That's what they're going to be stoked about because everybody wants somebody to talk about Dark, and nobody's talking about it in mainstream media.
More people need to talk about it for sure.
This is mainstream media.
Yeah, but more people need to talk about it, and I think that more people should. And I asked somebody, and because I was trying to get the information for it, I was like, I know that there's only 3 seasons, and I was wondering, I was like, is it only 3 seasons because not enough people watched it, and that was it? Somebody wrote me back and said, no, the creator always had 3 seasons in mind. So it's like an actual arc. That comment, by the way, got me really excited because I thought it was just going to be one of these seasons that just stopped.
Oh, so the show's done.
Show's done. It's just a 3-season arc.
Because I think it wasn't an original Netflix show, right?
I don't think so.
It's distributed by Netflix, and I thought that we were a year behind.
I think they picked it up like a year later or whatever it is because like I said, I think it takes place in 2019 is probably when they shot it and aired it, wherever they aired it.
But they didn't have to deal with the pandemic.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they probably did for seasons 2 and 3.
Bummer.
Yeah. But it's really good, man. It's really, really good. So even though the time travel stuff for me, I like the time travel stuff where it's, because I believe from the reading I do on, parallel universes and time travel is, and they even mentioned this in like Endgame. I don't believe in the theory that if you went back and you went back and you decided not to work at California Pizza Kitchen, that your kids wouldn't exist then in this timeline. It would, because it happened. It just, in that continuing timeline, that's a new time strain that they wouldn't exist. And that's the way that.
I mean, you don't believe in that. Do you believe in time? You believe some people are time traveling?
No. I'm just saying, as far as time travel goes and what like scientists, and when you hear like the actual theories of how time works and linear time and how that maneuvers, I think that there's infinite time and time strains that if you ever time travel.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, what hypothetically is.
So you don't believe in like the butterfly effect as a thing because
it's
you're going into a different timeline.
It's a butterfly effect inside that timeline.
Yeah,
but this is like a linear like back to the future timeline. That's what this show is too. It's like, so if somebody goes back and affects like something that happens, it's going to erase somebody or it's going to do something like that in that timeline. They're playing with one timeline. So, but I like that. As long as it's done well creatively, I'm on board, and so I'm on board so far. And it's mysterious, and it's clever,
and it's dark,
and right. But I was worried because with missing kids and that kind of thing. I'm like, oh, is this going to be like a really, tough watch? And it's not. So anyway, Dark. It's on Netflix. It's seasons 1, 2, and 3. I'm about 6 episodes in.
How many episodes a season? Usually those shows are only like 6 episodes.
No, I think it's like 10.
Okay.
Something like that. I think like the last, I want to tell you that the last season had less episodes maybe. I'm not sure, but I was looking through that without like reading the descriptions of the episode. But what I will ask the audience, if you are watching it, then maybe, once I finish the series, we'll do a portion of this show where we'll do a spoiler conversation, which Roxy and Brett have watched it as well. And I want to talk about it with you guys because this is a show that everybody should be watching. If that was the other thing I was going to say, I wonder if they would remake this show, because without subtitles, not in German.
That does suck, though.
It does suck. It sucks.
Because as much as I'm one of those people who struggles with subtitles, I also hate Americans sometimes.
Oh
Yeah.
You mean no, not all the time, and I am one, but like we demand that things get translated to English, and we're like America, make it English so I can watch it. Otherwise, it doesn't exist.
And it's also recognizable stars and stuff too. Right? I would prefer that everybody watch the actual this show, because this show is
Dark has recognizable stars.
No. I'm saying, and it doesn't have recognizable stars. It's got. I mean, it might have recognizable stars in Germany. But
I don't want to see an American Squid Game, and I'm sure
they're going to do it.
They're going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to do it. They already are, right? You're right.
And they're doing the competition show.
That's weird. What is that?
It's a $460 whatever million competition show with 460 something people competing for the prize pot.
Isn't Squid Game? I didn't even watch Squid Game, but isn't that like where they're trying to kill each other?
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to kill each other on TV?
No, there must be some version of kill each other, like get you out.
It sounds stupid.
You never saw Squid Game?
No.
Yeah, check that out.
I guess so.
I feel like you would like it. I don't know that you would love it. Like, it's been very hyped.
It's been overhyped, I think, at this point. So
it's really good, but I think you would like it.
Yeah, I know I probably would, but it's another one I'm not going to get into. But I did.
Okay.
I did try Severance.
Oh God,
episode 1.
This is what Kristian said to me yesterday. This is all I know, and now I'm going to pick his brain because I waited for today's show. This is what he said to me yesterday. A little boring.
Boring?
A little boring. Boring.
Bored.
Boring.
I said I was bored.
A little boring.
I said I was bored. I said I was
a little boring. It's a little boring. I said, really? How far in did you make it? He said, I'm in the first episode.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. That's all. Hey, grip me or lose me. You know what I'm saying? Did you like that show?
Yeah, of course. I loved it.
It was the best show of the year.
Yeah, it was so good. And I hate a slow burn. You know, I'm not like, but like this one, I
love it. I love a slow burn.
I this one I don't feel, because they immediately start dealing with their situation. Like it's
it's
a
little boring.
The style is slow in the way they kind of, but like it's interesting.
To be completely honest with you, I watched the first episode about a month ago, and I don't remember it. I just remember being bored.
That's fucking crazy. But okay. Here's what I will say.
I don't know if I like Adam Scott. Do I like Adam Scott? I don't know.
Oh, I think he's great.
I don't know if I like him or not. I'll find out.
Did you ever watch that Waiting, is it called? Or the one
with the pubic hairs, man.
Was he in that?
No.
He's in Waiting?
No, what was the one? No. Hey, she went with it.
She did.
It was like their caterers. It was a show about caterers, and he was in that. It was wonderful.
I don't know why I said that. He doesn't bother me. I just don't know if there's anything that ever stands out about
Kristian
him.
has a problem with Adam Scott.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
this is the weird thing about Severance, though, because Kristian, there is merit to what you're saying in a sense. I loved the first episode. You loved the whole show. I loved the whole show. Steph called me after the first episode and was like, meh. A lot. And then we have
similar tastes.
I went to social media and I saw that about 50% of the people were not enthralled in the first few episodes, but those people who stuck with it still, like, it annihilates at the end. It's the best season 1 finale of any show this decade.
Take it easy. Did you want to watch House of the Dragon?
I did.
Yeah, it's a mosquito. It's driving me nuts.
They're fucking at my place too.
I hate them. They're fucking at your place? That's probably why they're
over here. They are
now.
fucking at my. It's not a mosquito. It's a gnat.
Well, that's not nice.
It's not nice what you said about Severance. Hey, at least his mood changed.
Stop
Pre-air was a little hairier.
It's just this whole setup. Wednesdays are terrible.
What did he say to us right before we went live? He said, "It's been a day.
This isn't going good."
Yeah, this isn't going good.
Like, we haven't even started yet.
Well, not the show. It's just the setup, man. It's like Wednesdays are tough because I have to watch. I gotta get the kids to school, then I gotta watch. Watch Andor. Oh, we'll start with this. Avatar. And you got Avatar that came out. Where the hell is it?
It was just the middle of your son.
yeah. No, but it's part
Stop
of it. It came out this morning, and I can't even. This is what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even have a time. I thought I put all the damn stories in here. I didn't, and this is why I gotta teach Brad to do this because I don't.
Well, I need to build you for each show that you only have to add the things for that day, but you keep rebuilding the shows every
Yeah.
Do you know why that I did that? Because every time that I was doing it, when you set that one up for me, it just kept switching
Yeah,
back.
I've got to figure out what the issue is with the...
So I just stopped and built that other one. But anyway, Avatar came out this morning, or yesterday, I guess, if you were watching this, on Wednesday morning. And I got up, reacted to it, had the whole trailer, did the reaction, got it out in time, 15 minutes, did the thumbnail, put it up, and then they partially blocked it. Nice. And then I was like, what the fuck? What's happening? I was like, okay, so then I appealed it.
What's a partial block?
It's like basically 90% of the countries can't see it. So it's like 10% of it's like 200 people watch it. So it got killed. And then I saw that Greg Alba also got his blocked, and there was but that wouldn't make sense. That some reactions were allowed to go up and others weren't, and a lot of YouTube people.
It's because you're using the actual trailer.
But that's every reaction.
No, I'm just asking if that's what those blocks. Is that
so it normally doesn't get blocked. What normally happens is you get a
copyright infringement.
Yeah, and then it just says that one of two things: either you share the monetization or you appeal it.
Yeah.
You say, because they haven't. What they didn't have years ago, what they have now is they have inside of the appeal. You can say fair use, and they have the option to say it was a reaction, and you say and it's a review. Whether for me, I.
But it's not fair use, right?
It is. The trailer, it is, because you're doing a review and a reaction of it, and that's why they have the reaction drop inside of the YouTube appeal now, because it's considered fair use.
But that's for reactions to it, not when you're showing the whole trailer, right?
No, you can show the whole trailer.
And that's fair use. I don't know.
I've gotten many appeals confirmed because of it, and
maybe it depends on the studio.
I guess, but Disney, it's a Disney thing now, and tons of Disney ones I've done, and I don't know what it is, but either way, either way, it never gets blocked. It just usually gets demonetized. If that's the case, then you have to appeal it. So it was really strange. But anyway, the trailer came out. You guys just watched the trailer right before we went on air. Roxy, what did you think about the trailer?
I am in awe of this property. Because even though it's been a long time since the first one, and I don't really remember jack shit about it, it looks so gorgeous.
Yeah.
You can't stop staring at it, and it looks like an animated show, you know? And the fact that it's not, the artist part of me is just like, this is unbelievable that somebody can make this. It's just unbelievable. Avatar's never been known for having the most interesting story of all time.
It's kind of rehashed story a lot of people think, whether it's Dances with Wolves or Fern Gully or whatever.
But I'm honestly okay with that because, in the same way that I love paintings, this is like the ultimate moving painting where it's just, you can't, even the trailer, I was like, holy shit, this looks good.
And Brett, you've been excited about this movie in general, so this is the first trailer you saw of it?
I think I watched the first one.
Teaser came out?
Yeah. This one, I was almost kind of like, I didn't want to see this much of it, But I'm sure it's a
3-hour movie.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour movie, so they didn't give it all away.
So like 1%.
I was wondering, and because it took a while to even see what the conflict might be in this one, because it was just like, oh, we're just going to see him enjoying the water and feeling heartbeats, and what's a heartbeat sound like? A heartbeat, asshole. Sounds like a heartbeat. That's what he should have said.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. But no,
who's having the bad day now?
This is driving me crazy.
It is driving me crazy too. It's better than when you broke. It looks like a straw.
It is.
Yeah, I did fix it. You did fix it. Yeah, I'll just do
asshole
this.
Broke
Why don't we get him off the table?
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, get him off the table. Come on.
Go ahead. So
that's
what
better.
You're saying.
Anyway, no, this looks great. I'm super excited, and I agree. It's like a moving picture.
Yeah, it is. And so the thing that came out, by the way, what I saw...
Moving painting.
Most things are moving
painting. Think about the movie. It's a movie. It's a movie because it's a movie.
So at D23, they showed a ton of scenes and footage from this thing. This looks more filmish, right? You remember when Hobbit came out? And it was the 48 frames. They released it and people lost their minds. So the scenes that they showed us had that kind of frame rate, but the 3D in 2009 was extraordinary, and the 3D that they showed us at D23 was, they're swimming in the water, and it's like the fucking whale's balls are right in your face as it's coming through, and it's like,
do whales have balls?
They could. I mean, I don't know.
They couldn't.
They couldn't. But either way, it's like it's so it. This is it's what I said in the reaction, but you'll never see it because it's blocked. I think the thing that what people don't realize with Avatar, one of the main reasons that people went was the theater experience. Like the theater experience of this movie.
Oh yeah.
And then when you
you don't watch this at home on your phone.
No, because when you do, or even when you watch it on TV, even if you have a nice TV, it's not the same. There's a lot of movies that it's like I still can experience it and watch a movie on the big screen, and it's there's something about this is like almost you're paying for an amusement park ride because I've never experienced something like that. When I saw that movie, and I remember seeing it in Florida when I was visiting my family, and we went, and the 3D was it's because of that. Remember the 3D popped, and everybody started making 3D movies after because of it, and it's just that adventure.
Avatar was the start of that.
It was the start of like the big wave of 3D again, yeah.
Like well shot 3D. I mean, like
it was
appropriate
3D.
Yeah, not just like for one scene of somebody's hand going whoa, like there was a lot of things, and a lot of things were shot not in like this was shot in 3D
So when you
with
guys
3D
see
camera.
this, you're gonna see it in 3D.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that you're going to be able to not. I don't think they're going to. I think that was one of the main things about it. I think there's some people who can't watch 3D, so I don't know if they might be SOL, but I don't think you can watch this movie.
What do you mean? There's some people that can't watch it. Like
So
they get
Tom
nauseous or something?
Tom Dagnino can't watch 3D movies
Because he can't see it that way. Like
there's something about the glasses. It fucks up his eyes, and when he does it, and like my wife can't do the 3D either. So it's like so I don't think this movie's gonna be offered in non-3D.
Can you remind me to tell you how whales fuck when we're done with this conversation?
Tell me now.
Okay. So I read this and it's pretty unbelievable because I don't know if you know this,
Whale
but
penis.
no, that's crazy too. And I'll talk to you about whale penis.
Okay.
Steph and I are like kind of obsessed with whales,
Whale
and it's just like animal facts. So whales fucking threes because the two
threesomes.
No.
Oh.
One of the whales needs to like almost act as a floor for the other two whales to like
Careful
lift.
with your hands. You're getting into meme territory.
Yeah.
So you're gonna lift up. They gotta lift up the whale.
Yeah.
And then the other whales fuck on top of another whale like it's the floor.
Oh.
Because they need to put like there's so much motion in the ocean.
Hey, John. Hey, listen. Yeah, Betty's coming over later. Nah, I know you got to work, but hey, I did it for you. Do you want me to bring up Cheryl?
100%.
Get over here now. Yeah, she's here.
Okay, but
Get in your back.
it's the opposite. So because the woman is picking the man whale, and so she picks him, and then she says, "Yo, you know how you're the one I didn't pick. Now you have to lift him up while he fucks me."
Oh,
nice.
man.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
It's that what do they call it? He's a cuck.
Cuck. Yeah. So there's a bunch of whale cucks
listen.
swimming around.
Hey, listen, I gotta tell you a little story, man. I was going out with this girl, and she was interested in my buddy Tony, but Tony couldn't get it done, so I fucked her on top of Tony.
Have you ever seen a whale penis?
No.
Oh my god! First of all,
Size
what
of a
color
whale?
do you think they are?
White.
Purple.
The pinkest thing you have ever seen,
Like
and
dude's penis.
they're fucking pointy. They are like stabby,
An arrow?
jabby arrow
Like
pointy.
one of
and
Hawkeye's arrows.
They hide and then they protrude.
They just jab it.
Yeah, it's
wow.
crazy. Look at this shit.
Yeah, I'm all right.
But
Yeah, I want that in my Google history.
Yeah.
for Steph's birthday, I bought her a book
whale
on the
penis?
sperm whale. Yeah, sperm whale is a big kind of whale.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Avatar has a lot of whale penis in
Okay.
it. But either way, going back to
Yeah,
Avatar.
what's up with the whales in Avatar? I don't even remember.
Well, they showed that
made an
big-
appearance in the first one.
No. So this whole thing. So what James Cameron makes this is why I also think it's going to make a shit ton of money for a lot of obvious reasons. One, people are going to realize, as I was mentioning before, that theater experience, and you're going to have that theater experience. And, oh, this is why, because just from those scenes that they showed us at D23, the whole movie is just going to be, it's just going to take you into Pandora. So I think people are going to hear that, word of mouth is going to spread. They're going to realize it's just like an experience. That's part one. Part two is no competition whatsoever. Nothing coming out. Shazam was the only thing that was coming out. It's moved to next year. Nothing coming out. So if you want to go see something, and well, nothing's coming out. Like, of course, the smaller movies, these movies, these Oscar movies, yes, and we'll want to see them. But that's not why people are going to the movies right now. They're going to these big spectacle movies. So, and I also don't doubt James Cameron. Every time James Cameron puts a movie out, you're like, he hasn't put one since what? Since Avatar, the last Avatar. But you
Is that true?
Yeah, he did. Remember, he did Titanic in '96.
And I'm looking that up.
You look it up. He did Titanic in '96, and or it was '96. Yeah, '96, and that was after Terminator 2.
I feel like Titanic was 97, but I'll tell you
You're
in
right.
a second.
You're right. It was '97.
Oh my God!
January '97.
I was gonna say because I was out
It
here.
was January '97.
I only know it because Good Will Hunting was 97, and that's how I know anything.
I
it
had
was
been in
January
LA for 2 months when that came out.
Yeah, I feel like it almost got like a limited release in December of '96, but I might be wrong. Either way, that was after because
He's
Terminator.
been producing a ton of stuff.
Yeah. Because Terminator was 90. Terminator 2 was like 91.
What is Turek: The First Flight?
That's
It was a TV movie for Avatar.
Yeah.
None of you guys know what that is?
No, but film. He did the last one. He was Titanic, and then Avatar, and then Avatar.
No.
What?
Aliens of the Deep.
So that's just like a little. It's not a movie.
doc
it's a
or
little
something.
documentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's probably
Documentaries
it's
aren't
like a
movies.
Titan- it's
You
like-
heard it first.
Ghost
Christian
of
says
the-
documentaries aren't movies.
Ghost of the Abbeys
Yeah, none of this is our movies.
with Bill Paxton. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not a
Directed
movie?
it?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Ghost of the Abbeys. James Cameron directed it. It's with Bill Paxton. James Cameron, Bill Paxton, director and actor.
Documentary.
I don't know. It looks like a
Looks
ship.
like there's probably something I
Something
think for
with Titanic?
Titanic.
Okay. Wait for it. Wait.
It's great television.
Yeah,
Roxy.
you're right. Yeah, it's Titanic.
Oh,
Yeah, it was Titanic. So anyway,
That's
listen.
good talk.
So Terminator 2, it comes out in like 91. And then Titanic, we'll say 97. Then he doesn't do a movie until 2009 with Avatar. And remember, when Titanic came out, people were like, well, that movie is going to be a disaster. It cost too much money at the time.
Really?
Yeah. So it's too much. It was too much money.
I used to watch it on VHS in 2 parts.
It was the biggest movie ever, and I think the amount of money that it made, and it was kind of a phenomenon. That 3-hour movie, like that romantic tragedy, became the biggest movie of all time, and it was because it did something that movies used to do back in the day, and that's consistent in the theater for like 3 or 4 or 5 months or whatever it was. That doesn't happen anymore. It's only, especially now. So an Avatar, when it comes out, I was like, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Makes the most money of all time. So I don't doubt him in what he does and how he does it and the plan that he has. So I do think that this movie is going to make a lot of money. All time, no.
It's a 4-quadrant film, which is why I think it will succeed immensely, right? You got the kids,
Yep.
the parents, the grandparents, the other group of people.
Yeah. Well, I just showed.
That's me.
I showed Vivi,
Yes,
showed my
me,
oldest
Queen.
Avatar 1. She loved it. So she's looking forward to seeing that. And like I said, there's nothing else coming out.
Give me the camera for a second, Christian.
give it.
You see this person, you know who this is?
Mm-hmm.
You would know who that was? You
Yes.
saw that? I literally have never seen this human in my
What?
life. It
What are you
doesn't look
talking
anything
about?
like him. This looks like him.
It's the same
No,
person.
this
What the hell are you talking
this looks like a person I've never seen in my life. If you showed me this picture, I would say it's a guy named Jeff.
about? It's one looks like he's looking from the side, and one
Yeah.
looks like he's looking straight ahead.
You're telling me at home, don't fuck with me right now. Would you have known if we weren't talking about this? Would you have known who this was by this picture?
The
Answer
answer's
her
gonna be-
right now.
The answer's going to be yes.
No, there's no way. You show me this picture, I know exactly
It's
who
the
it
same
is.
fucking guy.
No, what, are you crazy? Are you seeing
What
this?
happened? You really need glasses.
The first, the one you just showed looks less like him than the straight on one.
What are you guys kidding me?
No, serious.
That side view one that doesn't look. I'd be like,
No.
yeah.
No,
Well,
whatever.
you're
Well, you know
the
what it is?
embodiment
You
of.
know what I think it is, Roxy? I don't think that you. I don't think you had your coffee this morning. I know
Nope.
you don't drink coffee, but it doesn't matter. You should trade coffee, everybody. I'm so excited to be working with Trade Coffee. You guys know we've been raving about it, and there's a reason why I've been raving about it. It's absolutely incredible, and I keep seeing more ads popping up for them in general, and I'm so glad because whenever a company comes out that I enjoy working with, and again, I love just the way this freaking smells. We didn't even do that this morning, Brett. We got to do one of those.
That's why the
What are
morning
you
was
doing?
not.
That's why it wasn't happening. I'm missing. I need a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna have one after I finish the show today. I'm gonna use Trade Coffee, and if you love drinking coffee every morning, most people do, unless you're Roxy, you have to check out Trade Coffee. And Trade makes it very easy to get the best coffee and delivered fresh from the finest local roasters across the country. Now, you people love going to coffee shops. You do it all the time, but you can't do it every day. And if you're looking for that delicious local coffee shop taste on a daily basis, it's so much easier. You just do it with Trade Coffee. It's a subscription service, which is awesome. And it just makes it very simple for you. You discover new coffees and you make your best cup of coffee at home every day. No fancy equipment required. I've been getting it. They've been sending these bags, and I'm gonna keep going back. I'm gonna keep going back, and I hope that they stick with us forever because I love a good cup of coffee. I can't move without a good cup of coffee, and this is a really good cup of coffee. So whether you're just getting started on a coffee, if you're really kind of just learning about coffee, you're just kind of, a casual drinker, it's for you. If you're a coffee aficionado, it's for you because you look to discover something new. Trade guarantees that you're going to love your first bag. This is a great deal, or they're just going to send you a new one for free. It's pretty awesome. You can upgrade your coffee today with Trade Coffee and let them take the guesswork out of finding your perfect cup. Right now, Trade is offering our listeners a total of $30 off your subscription plus free shipping at drinktrade.com/bigthing. That is drinktrade.com/bigthing for $30 off your subscription for the best coffees in the country. drinktrade.com/bigthing. Now, what I would also tell you guys, check this out. This one right here, the Hell Yeah bag. Christmas is coming up, and even for Thanksgiving, people love a good cup of Joe. Get a gift. Do it. Use that code though, because you buy these gifts, you don't have the 30% off. You're gonna go, and you do that. You buy a subscription for somebody, you're gonna be thanking me. Anyway, Roxy, you know a lot of people who drink coffee.
I do. How do you think coffee got the nickname Joe?
Good cup of Joe.
Cup of
I
Joe.
don't know. Is this another fact that has something to do with whale penis?
I don't know the answer. I just feel like interesting.
Cup of Joe.
I don't know. Cup of Joe. We'll have to figure that out in another episode. Java. It has probably something to do with Java. Anyway, Avatar 2 coming out. Check it out. I'm looking forward to it. We'll be doing more coverage on it.
When is it, Kristian?
When does it come? December. I want to tell you it's.
Is it legit Christmas weekend?
No, I think it's the week before. I think it's around like the 17th, 18th. But you're going to tell me, Roxy.
Oh.
In just a moment, I guess.
Why? I'm going to look?
I would assume so. You love that phone.
Well, what are you talking about? I'm never on my phone during the show.
What?
Ever.
Oh, okay.
But right now, I'm actually just typing in as a note, why is coffee called Joe?
Well, can we find out the release date to everything?
I could do that.
All right. I'm going to bring up this House of the Dragon thing that I'm excited about. House of the Dragon, the end point is TBD.
Woo!
So with the first season of HBO's House of the Dragon, a resounding success for the premier cabler and already renewed, there's the obvious question as to how long the Game of Thrones spinoff intends to run. Author and series co-creator George R.R. Martin previously said on his blog that he is thinking to do justice. That the thinking is to do justice. The series, I don't know what that means, will have to go on for 4 seasons of 10 episodes each to cover the entirety.
The thinking is to do justice. The series is going to have to go on.
I'm still fine. Oh, to do justice. I understand now. Okay. Martin, however, famously predicted it was crafted.
Yes, it is. You're right.
It was a weird sentence. Martin, however, famously predicted that Game of Thrones needed about 10 seasons or more to tell its story, and that didn't happen with the showrunners rushing to end the series in 8 seasons. House of the Dragon showrunner Ryan Condal also isn't locking a 4-season plan, telling Hollywood Reporter this week the ending has yet to be determined. I don't know yet is the honest answer. There'll be more storytelling to come after season 2. I'm very focused on the 10 episodes in front of me at the moment. The question is less where the story ends and more where does the curtain fall on the show. This is the end of a chapter in the story and then another chapter begins. Unlike with Thrones, the Dance of the Dragon storyline is complete with the Fire and Blood book upon which the show is based. So as Condal says, the ending is a more question of deciding how far past the war they will cover. The question is less where the story ends and more where does the curtain fall on the show. Okay. So
I don't love that.
You don't love the answer. How come? I'm on the other side of it.
I don't love any time we don't know where a show is going to end.
See, if it's I agree with you normally if it's one of these things where like, well, we're just going to keep going until we go and we'll start writing it in the writer's room and figure it out. But they have the material. They know where the story goes. They have
But then
the
they
writer.
should know where it ends.
Well, but there's so much, so that's the difference. They have so much in the room where they can say, well, we could go, are we going to go closer to the Mad King, or are we going to maybe not get there yet? So maybe that's where the conversations are headed, or where that's why they're...
This does not mean the show's in trouble. I just would have preferred them to say...
How many seasons it's going to be.
No, not even how many seasons. We know exactly our end point. How long it takes us to get there, we're unsure of right now.
Okay. I think it's a fair point. Either way, though...
Also, it's December 16th.
Oh, that's when it comes out. Okay, so I was right. Look at me.
Look at that.
I was right on that one.
I was also right.
Cup of Joe.
I haven't figured that one out yet.
No. Okay. But either way, I think your points are more than valid. I just think that with George R. R. Martin there, the idea that Condell is such a kind of George R. R. Martin stan, and the idea of what they're going to do and how they're going to... And he said inside of this interview, I'm not focused on that right now. I'm focused on these episodes. So maybe he has more of a plan. He's just not kind of letting it out.
How would you have felt if he had said, we know exactly when it's going to end. It's going to be 5 seasons long, and we know our end point. It's going to be fun to discover how we get there.
Would make me a little nervous, I think.
Okay.
Only because you're locked in once you say that. You're not locked in anything when you say what he said right now.
So you feel like it gives them more freedom and flexibility.
Yeah, it's just because I think it's a better answer, because if you say, because even if you know that you're locked in for 5, if someone says, hey, what if we did this? Oh, but I already kind of made a definitive answer that we're doing 5.
How would you have felt if he had said, don't know how many seasons, but we do know our end point and we're excited to get there?
I would like that answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer.
Oh.
What do you think?
What if you found out they were all in purgatory?
Oh, I can't believe they actually went with that.
And after saying
And
that
saying they weren't going to
forever,
do
that
that.
If you talk to diehard Lost fans, they would say that that's not what it
That's
was.
not
and
really.
It wasn't purgatory, but I am a
An idea of
diehard.
it.
I'm a diehard Lost fan, and it is challenging. It's challenging that is one of the greatest shows of all time, at times, and at other times it's like bummer, man.
Yeah.
And the fact that like since then they've been like, we didn't know what we were doing, and it's like, fuck, really?
That show is ahead of its time in a lot of ways too, because that there's no world where that show is a network show when it comes out. If it comes out today,
For sure.
it's a streaming show.
I am such a Lost apologist that I
love
actually
that show.
can't even see clearly when I talk about it, because it means so much to me that I'm like, it was fine, it was all fine, and then it was fine, it was totally fine. When you rewatch, it's like...
Lost is a perfect example of what's wrong with network television, right? Because the reason I say in streaming, if that show is today, that's a 10 to 12 episode season. And it would be clear cut. It would be there would be there's a lot of filler in Lost. A lot of great stuff. I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows. But there's a lot of filler in there, and even admittedly so by some of the creators. And the fact that I remember season 2, they're like, we need more episodes. So there's just these side characters that had full episodes, people getting buried in the sand or whatever the hell it was. And
That's exactly what it was.
it was
Buried in the sand.
Yeah. And it was. I remember that episode. There was
like,
just
what?
they don't even talked about them
Yeah.
anymore, because it was just like they needed an episode.
Paolo.
And they needed an episode to throw away, because it was like they needed to put 22 episodes on TV, and there was these big gaps. Remember, you had to wait for it for so long.
And still confusion about the smoke monster, 4,
Right,
15, 16,
right,
23,
right,
42.
right.
There was some, a lot of things.
Right, and that was because if that show
Hodor,
was,
right?
Right.
I'm just gonna keep derailing the different shows.
different
It was like
episodes.
hold the door, hold the door, hold the door.
You're right.
See, that's how he got his name. And the smoke monster.
And who did Hodor hook up with on Lost?
On Lost, Jack.
Right. I remember that. That was a weird deviation, too, when Hodor and Jack went off with
Very
each other.
progressive.
Yeah.
They never even mentioned it again.
It was progressive.
Yeah.
Progressive.
Before its time.
Well, speaking of TV, Roxy, you sent me some.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for you.
You sent me some stuff, man.
Roxy's
Let's start with this
TV corner.
None of these things are dark, which I'm sorry about, but we already know that that's on my list. Thank you for giving me that. This should be on yours. Granted, I want to tell you guys something. I like to bring you in at the beginning of my journey. I'm only 2 episodes into the show. It came out earlier this year. A lot of people were talking about Under the Banner of Heaven. Because Andrew Garfield is so hot right now, there's a lot of big actors in this show, but also because it is an FX Hulu show, it just was getting a ton of buzz, and I just didn't have time for it earlier on. It's a mini series. I believe it's 7 episodes. I'm only 2 in. I'm really liking it. I love shows that explore people losing possibly their belief in God or their lack of faith or questioning something. So this has a theme that I'm really into. It is a detective show based on a murder, and it is dark and deep. And if you like those shows that are exploring religion and God and what it means to be a good person, and you like Andrew Garfield, which I think most of us do at this point, this is a good show for you. But I will keep you posted. Next week, I'll let you know. If you don't want to start something that you don't know if it's good at the end, then wait till next week. I'll come back. I'll report back and let you guys know if this is worth your time. There were some mixed reviews online, mostly positive, but this wasn't one of those 100% across the board. People love it. It was people love it or people were disappointed in it. So I'll let you guys know.
His reaction right there, he just learned about soaking.
Yeah, for sure. This is the Mormon show. So
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
No, I've heard about this show. I heard it's wonderful. And but then I also heard there was this great documentary that talks about things like, I think, soaking, which is where you just put the penis inside and just leave it there.
He has but then you can have somebody bounce on the bed.
Oh, is that the thing?
That's
I thought it was you could just put it inside, but you couldn't move around.
That's soaking, but with popcorn.
Oh, with popcorn. And that's Andrew Garfield. He's like, what?
Yeah.
No, he has a wife on the show, so he gets to fuck.
Oh, nice.
We don't see it, but it does happen.
All right, go ahead, finish.
That was it.
That was it. All
That's
right,
it.
so we have this
You
show,
finish.
Banner of Heaven.
I can if we're soaking.
Banner of
Probably could.
Banner of
Popcorn.
Heaven is now on Hulu and FX.
Yeah,
All right.
and it's very good.
Yeah,
so
I've
far.
heard good things.
And speaking of which, okay.
I cannot possibly explain to you how much I loved Eliza's new special on Netflix. I think that she is like the comedian for me.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, and she addresses this many times throughout this special, Hot Forever, that this is not like, she's like, men, I understand that your girlfriend's probably dragged you here, but I don't feel like there are comedians that specifically speak to me the way that she does. There's about half an hour of this special that is about bras that I was just screaming at my TV, like, fucking nobody says it is the worst, the straps, the what. Like, I just love this. I really highly encourage people to watch it. I also feel like she does do a good job of explaining women to men who honestly want to understand more. And it's crying, laughing funny. She is so funny. I know that she's a friend of yours, friend of Mark's, and glad you picked a good one.
This was from our pilot that we did years ago. And
Grasping at straws.
Look at
right.
the hair on that dude.
I know,
Yeah, damn.
all gone. But
Yeah, she's so good.
Eliza's the best. So
Yeah.
I've known Eliza for a very long time. I remember when Eliza started doing stand-up comedy at the Improv, and one of the first conversations I had with her, and she was like 22 at the time, and she's one of the hardest workers ever.
It shows.
She's a hard worker and a new mom.
Yeah, she talks a little bit about that. She talks about going on vacation and not enjoying it because of how hard of a worker she is and things like that. I just can relate to her so much. But it's sometimes, when you can relate to comedy too much, it's not funny because it's poignant and you're like, okay, this is
Saying
interesting.
something,
But hers is I can relate and I'm crying laughing. And that's that perfect combo for me. It's really good. I watched this back to back with Nick Kroll's one, which I can talk about next week, which was also great. But this one for me was like the best of the year so far. So good.
Good. Happy to hear that.
Yeah, she killed it. Okay, do you guys remember the mole from like, my mom was alive because we used to watch it together. So it must have been at least 12, maybe 15 years ago. Do you guys remember the show ever?
Was it a reality
It was a reality show. Stephen Baldwin was on. There was a celebrity mole. It was Kathy Griffin, Stephen Baldwin, like all of these celebs were on the show, The Mole. And essentially they have to do tasks. One of them is the mole. And they're all trying to figure out who is the mole. And at the end, you win money from a prize pot. This is a show that nobody was clamoring to have come back. I didn't even know anybody remembered this show. And then all of a sudden, I was on my Netflix queue, and the mole popped up. And I was like, oh, they just repurposed the mole? And it's a new season of the mole from, I'm telling you, this show was on when I was in middle school.
Wow.
So it was from so long ago.
I kind of remember it.
I watched, it was 10 episodes. I watched it in one day.
It's good.
It's great. I don't give a shit about watching this television. Like if you are cleaning, if you are cooking, if you are just looking for something in the background that's interesting, it keeps you on your toes. You're with the other contestants in terms of they don't tell you who the mole is, so you're guessing the whole time. And I feel like this season I went between.
Did you guess?
No.
Okay.
We were down to the last 2 people, and I still got it wrong.
Wow.
I was like, what? They did such a great job with it. Just based on looking, who do you think's the mole?
Oh, I don't know. Dude with the long hair. This guy.
Interesting.
I think it's the one with the blue eyes and the beard.
This guy?
Yeah.
Interesting. Can't tell you guys if you're right or wrong,
All right, well.
but at least one of you is wrong.
Okay, fair. All right.
It is very enjoyable competition, quick reality show, and good-looking people that are doing cool challenges throughout the world. So it's worth your time. Bringing this show up because Yellowstone is a show that I've loved for a long time. It doesn't get its credit where credit is due. It's crazy that
People love this show.
The Emmys has never nominated it.
Oh, okay.
That's just wild. I mean, like the fact that if you watch the show, the girl who plays the daughter, Beth, on the show, she should win Best Actress every single year. The fact that he's never been nominated for it, I think the show has 1 nomination ever, and it's for something random. Like this show is, I don't know why the Emmys hate it so much, but they do.
Do they think it's like a soap opera more than anything else?
But it's not.
Okay.
So the reason I'm bringing it up though is it comes back November 13th, and I think
season what?
Season 5.
Okay.
Wow.
And it's a little confusing actually. I watch it on Paramount Plus, but the old seasons are on Peacock or something. Like I had to watch it in 2 different spots, which is one of the reasons why I think this show is so confusing. But they're doing a ton of spin-offs off this show. You don't have to watch Yellowstone to watch the spin-offs, but I do think that if you are looking for a prestige drama show, this is it. It took me until last year to binge it. And when I binged it, I was like, I'm so mad at myself that I have not been watching this for the last 4 years. So start watching now, and then you'll be caught up, and then you get a new season that's dropping in a week and a half.
Yeah, and then they also have from the creator of Yellowstone, they also have Stallone's new show coming out pretty soon. What's it, Tulsa King?
I think it's airing the same night.
Oh, is it really?
I think so, or the next week.
Okay, great. And that one I will be watching for sure. Yellowstone, I watched, I think like the first 6 episodes, really liked it, just never continued it. But
how good is that? The daughter.
She's great.
I mean, she is like a master
Yeah,
class.
she's really great. Okay.
So good.
All right, getting back.
I just noticed. I was testing out these little lights, and now it's dangling.
It's good.
Driving me crazy. Me crazy.
Great time to bring that up.
No, somebody's gonna bring it up, and I wanted them to know that I knew.
Okay, well, we know.
This is a show that it should be watched by anybody who watches this show, as in The Big Thing. This is a show for you guys at home. Mythic Quest is so fucking funny.
When did Koijandrew get a role?
It's a good question. It does look identical to him. This is back November 11th, which is another reason I'm talking about this now. It is so good, so funny. It's about a company, they're gamers, and they are making video games. And it is like nerdy The Office or 30 Rock. It's a office place comedy. It is just like geeky and hysterical by Rob McElhenney from Always Sunny and a ton of other actors that you've seen and know and love. And it's great. It's on Apple TV. I haven't been giving a lot of Apple recommendations, which is a crying shame because it's one of my favorite networks that there is right now. So catch up on this. There's only 2 seasons. You can catch up really quickly. Every single season, they also do a 1 bottle episode, and that bottle episode is a top 5 episode of the entire year for me. So they do a great job. They also had a really poignant pandemic episode that was hysterical, but also really captured the emotions of what it was like to be working and stuck inside during the pandemic. I love this show. I feel like this would be so up your alley, Kristian. Has anybody recommended this to you?
I feel like you did.
And you didn't listen?
I don't listen to anybody.
Oh. Brett?
What's a 1 bottle show?
A bottle episode show. Standalone. So a bottle episode is usually what they would do to try to save money, but and usually it's 1 location, but in this case it's different characters, different a whole different bottle.
Okay.
I'm using the wrong word to describe bottle, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get it.
This show is back, The White Lotus. I've recommended this to you guys before, but it's back for season 2, and I wanted to come back and talk about it because
Whole new cast?
Not whole new cast, partial new cast. Jennifer Coolidge was in the
Okay.
first one as well as well as another guy. I don't want to say exactly who because it would be a bit of a spoiler. But the interesting part about The White Lotus season 2 is that White Lotus season 1 was a straight up comedy. And it was really funny. It was also a commentary on rich people. And it was really well done. Season 2 changes tones. It is still a comedy. However, within the first, this is not a spoiler, within the first 5 minutes, we find out that it is a murder mystery season. And I think that's interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with it. They needed to keep it fresh in some way. We go to a different White Lotus. So that's the name of a resort. And we're at a different one. And immediately within 5 minutes, we find out somebody's dead. And I'm like, oh, well, they're changing tones. They're keeping it fresh. We'll see how this goes.
You're giving us 2 F. Murray Abraham recommendations here.
That's true. Yeah. And he's a baller in both.
I love F. Murray.
Yeah, he's great.
I wouldn't
It's a
want to.
banner day when you get it to
Banner days.
I work so hard.
I love Aubrey Plaza. I will
so
say
hard
that.
for
Is
you
she in
guys.
the new one?
Well, no, she's only on the poster because they wanted to give you.
Oh, I thought you
false
said this is
advertising.
a new cast, some of it, or
She's only in the new one.
This is the season 2 cast.
Oh.
and but this broad.
Jennifer Coolidge isn't in this one.
Yes, she is. She's the one in both. You,
But
don't,
you know-
you don't fucking listen to me.
No,
do
I
listen to
thought
you,
you
but
said
Michael
Jennifer
Imperioli-
Coolidge was in that sounded to me like she wasn't in this one. It was
Well,
my.
He says an entire new cast. I said, no, some of the people are in both, like Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh.
He was too worried about the lights in the back.
Yeah.
Michael
Play it back.
Imperioli
is awesome.
He's the reason I probably would start watching this season from season 1 to get to him in season 2.
I think about this show, the thing about it is I definitely recommend it because it is a really enjoyable watch and it's been winning a ton of Emmys and awards. But I also think that it is, I don't know. For some reason, Kristian, I can't picture this being a top show for you.
This one,
Yeah.
I like the. I mean, again. You probably $1 for every time I say this, but like we watched the first episode of White Lotus and I liked it.
Do you like Succession?
Watched 4 episodes of that one, never finished it, but I liked what I.
Do you like
saw.
Billions? I feel like
I like Succession the episodes I watched.
I feel like rich white people shows that are commentary shows aren't necessarily like your alley.
It depends. I mean, it depends.
There's just too much white hate
No, I don't mean it because
for
of that.
rich white guys like us out there.
I don't mean it like that at all. I just mean like the commentary shows that are specifically about like the high society people and how they fuck up.
No, but it's not. It's not. For me, it's more like, look, Wolf of Wall Street is one of my.
You love that movie, yeah, but that's also like a more artistic take.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's
and
for
druggy
me.
Take.
I don't want to be in hypocrite what I've said before about something like even like Star Wars, right? If it's a good story and it's good writing, I'm on board. Like if I'm intrigued by it, like I'm on board.
Yeah, I don't think you would dislike it. It's just not.
No, it wouldn't be the first one I'm going out to do. But Succession to me is because I like that family dynamic.
And you're caught up and love it.
Not yet, because again, you have to understand this. If I lived by myself, I would be all caught up.
But you've watched 6 episodes of Dark.
That's true, but it's different. time travel though. Time travel, I'll stay up till 3 a.m. I'm not supposed to be doing.
How long are those episodes? Are they hour?
About 50 minutes to an hour.
Oh, so
yeah.
and then Succession is in an hour.
About close to it, but
Succession is so fucking good. It's insane. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
a
What about
different
it? So is that everything, Rox?
Yeah, that's
everything.
it.
All right. So
You hit
thank
it.
you for Roxy for giving us her breakdown. That's every Thursday. So make sure you check that out. And leave us some comments. Anything that you have watched, anything you didn't watch that she recommended, ones that you're gonna check out, and please come back either on this episode or next week's episode and let us know if any of recommendations that Roxy gave you, what you saw, what you liked.
I read every comment. Kristian knows I'm obsessed with that. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing from 90% of you guys. And
92.
my favorite part is when you guys are like, Roxy recommended the show. I watched it. It was awesome because that means a lot to me that you
What if
guys
they
are
say you
taking the
recommended
time.
and it stinks?
I actually haven't gotten that yet.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that people are disagreeing with me on are some of the finales of some of the horror shows, which I understand.
Like Severance
No, it's not a horror show.
was when I watched it.
What happened?
I got bored.
Tell me what happened in the first episode.
There's somebody in a room. Start now.
F. Murray. Just in a bra. Thinking about the 2 shows he's on. Like
Just watching Eliza's special in a corner. What are you doing, F? What's his real name?
I don't know, but do people call him F because it's amazing?
Hey, F. Come on, let's do it again. Let's do another take. Listen, F, what I want you to do this time, I want you to internalize that pain. All right. We're rolling on F. Tight shot.
Don't F with F.
Don't F with F.
But yeah, it starts out, and there's like a table, and there's a lady sitting, and they said,
Get off that table.
They're upset she's on the table.
Yeah.
yeah, and that was it.
We told you to
And
get
then,
off the
and then there's a long hallway. You know what?
You hate long hallways.
There was a long hallway scene with him walking,
Ooh.
and that's Adam Scott.
We don't like him, though.
Yeah.
Wait.
I do.
No.
Yeah, I do, too.
And that's the truth of this whole thing we've discovered. Like White Lotus season 2, I never got past the hallway scene, so I didn't even see the first episode.
It's hallways. It's actually
Can't have a hallway.
Yeah, it's a whole hallway. I'll watch it.
He doesn't like hate on rich white people or hallway.
The best hallway scenes in Leftovers. Did you like Leftovers?
Love Leftovers.
Okay, well then you like hallways.
Okay, well, was F in it?
You would have done very well in Leftovers.
Great F. Great F. All right, well, F you guys. It is what?
All of us?
Yeah, you guys, not the audience. They didn't have anything to do with this.
No, they don't.
They're just listening.
Stop that.
You got this guy.
When have you ever got any bad comments, Roxy?
Ever?
Yeah, come on.
Unbelievable.
All it is love.
Get it together, will you?
I will not lie to you guys.
Yes.
They have been very kind to me recently.
I love it.
Well, not the internet, but
This audience.
Yeah, this audience.
Man.
Because Kristian is...
Moderates.
Yeah.
Well, no, because
And the reason they're nice is that because Kristian deletes them.
No. Well, but that's not just to you. That's just the whole channel. Even on like the Black Panther, like we'll close with that in a second. But the Black Panther immediate reaction that I did out of the theater, I don't have time these days to deal with people that are just here to, whether it's political agenda or screaming and yelling and stuff. I just throw them out.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it's
like,
totally fine for anybody in there to be like, I completely disagree with you, Roxy,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. But
it's
people,
name calling.
some people are like vicious.
Yeah, it
But
hasn't been like that here. And look, as the audience grows, it'll be harder to moderate if we're trying. And but the audience has been pretty great. And I think it's one of the main reasons I've talked about it the other day. It's just like one of the main reasons I have so much fun on this show and this channel is because that you guys do make that experience a lot more fun for sure. Do you understand now why I'm saying that this is my favorite show that I've ever done?
yeah, I do. But I have a question for you.
Yes.
I could ask you next week too.
No, ask
because
me
we're
next.
running out of
Go
time. So the number one comment I see on the channel about me is everybody there being like, I really didn't fucking like Roxy on Collider, but now I do like her.
Yeah.
What do you think that's about?
The atmosphere of what Collider Live was. It was a cesspool of shit.
Did you find me different on that show?
Careful.
Not. It seems like a conversation.
F. Murray.
Yeah.
No, it's in a certain aspect. Not you're real. So you weren't like trying to be someone you're not. But anytime you're in a different environment or a different energy, it just comes out. And I also think you're a lot more comfortable these days with the microphone and everything too. You were still great back then, but I still think you're more comfortable now, and you're more comfortable with who you are. And same with me, and same with him. He
And I
says
think
more now.
I think we vibe better.
Now.
Oh, that's definitely true.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you roll with it and I roll with it.
I think that's the main thing, honestly. So the answer is yes. I do think you're different now because even when jokes come in now, like it's like you do go with them, you add to them and everything too. I think back then it was you were still getting used to it, and like it would, and it wasn't. I don't derailment's not the right word, but it's like but like sometimes there would be like an anchor and it would stop, and it wasn't just you. It was like sometimes the vibe was off, and I just think that the environment that we were in there, it just didn't work. I think the best stuff we did, which I agreed with you,
The interviews.
The interviews.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fucking great.
the interviews, like so
we
that
love them.
like you'll never hear me if anybody says, "Oh, why do you hate Collider Live so much?" If I just had that, if I had an interview show with just you and I, like off, so like at that time, someone said,
It'd
"Oh,
been fun.
yeah, for sure."
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's what you're saying, but I feel like, and I respond to this in the comments, that I grow on people like a leech. or a fungus. My entire life, people at first just don't like me, and then I don't know what happens, but they stick with me long enough, and they're like, I don't know.
But I do think that you're different on this show than you were. On
It's
the other
all
one.
an act.
I liked you. I just didn't think you liked me.
I'm plotting
That's
my
what
revenge.
it was.
The whole time or before the airport?
Before the airport. No, after the airport, it was better. And I think we kind of when we got yelled at after one show. I think there was like a bond.
It wasn't because we got yelled at, Brett. It was because you stood up for me.
See, I'm a nice guy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That mattered to me.
I'll have to hear that story another time.
It was the SMG story.
Oh, right. That's right. Anyway, okay.
But can I share with just before you quit?
ahead,
Because we're doing so well and we're getting so many followers. Next week, I'm gonna big reveal. We're having Afmar Abraham on the show.
He's coming in.
We should get him on the show.
I would love to. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
First question. Can I call you F?
Yeah.
I'm sure that we're not the only assholes that have ever said that to him. Anyway, look, we didn't get to. We'll get tomorrow on Heroes, and Heroes perfect. Collider Heroes is coming back, everybody. Tomorrow, Capes and Cows. We'll be talking about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and everything coming up tomorrow on that show with me and Winston and Coy. So make sure you check that out. If you haven't already, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Let's get us to 70K. We're almost there, man. We're approaching 60. I think we can hit 70 by the end of the year. I'm confident, but we need you guys to help out. So make sure you do it. For Roxy and Brett, bye. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bye.